Good morning, everybody. This video is going to be kind of a long one, just FYI. I'm guessing it's going to be around 30 minutes. I am going to say about 1,000 times, and that's just me. Yay. What the point of this video is today. I am going to go through I don't know about all, but most of Senegence's product for makeup. So foundation, we're talking about primers, we're talking about eyeshadows, lipsticks, blushes, everything. We're going to go over some contouring stuff too because they've got that. So this is going to be a long one. I plan on making short videos of each product and how you put it on. But I figured I would just kind of go through the whole day, whole face. So let's get started since it's going to be a long one. The first product that I use, well, obviously, so this is a clean moisturized face. Okay, I'm not going to go over our cleansers and moisturizers because that's a whole nother day. Okay, and I plan on making that video later. So clean moisturized face. This is Silk. I know that it won't focus, but you can see kind of what size you get. It is, we don't like to call it a primer, but that's kind of what it's really good for. It is a wrinkle reducer and pore minimizer. Over time, it actually will relax your wrinkles. It has the Senna complex in it, which I'm going to actually take a second and just discuss. Senna complex is in almost every single one of our facial products and body wash and some other things. What it does is it helps to turn over the cells faster in your skin and therefore makes your skin younger looking. When I think of it and I think of going to school and learning about skin and products that are good for the skin, I think of retinol. Retinol does the same thing, but it does it with it's a big molecule that will come down into your skin and cause irritation, and that's why that causes the skin to turn over faster. This is nothing like that. This doesn't cause any irritation. You don't have to, taper down if you're using it too much or anything like that, which you have to do with retinol, but it's very similar in its properties. So that's kind of a short little snippet about Senna complex. I could go on for a while. So that's our Silk. Like I said, it's kind of our primer. So I'm going to start there. One pump. It's about all you need. It feels so good, by the way. It's got some moisturizing in it. Not a ton. But it just feels really good. One thing I will say is there's no silicone in this, which thank goodness, because I don't know about you guys, but when I use those silicone primers, I just feel oily. All day long, I feel oily. So this does not have any of that in it. Give you a close-up of my lovely skin. Not. Okay. Next thing we do is foundation. I don't know if I've done a video about any foundation, but this is ours. They come in 12 different colors. There is sorry, my allergies are bothering me today. There is the original, which is what I've got, and then there's the anti-aging, which has a little bit more protection, if you will, from the elements. This has the Senna complex in it. It has a mechanical shield against the sun. And so rather than having SPF, which is a chemical reaction that typically ends literally, the chemical reaction within about 2 hours and leaves your skin vulnerable to the sun, this is similar to wearing a t-shirt or something like that, that there's no chemical reaction, and so therefore it's going to actually protect your skin all day long. So I am a brush user when I apply things. There are many videos out there of women who are applying this with just their fingers and everything like that. So you can do that, or you can use a sponge. I'm a brush girl. Talk about brushes for a second. This one I actually got at Bare Minerals. It's a good stippling brush. It's a good foundation brush. I've got a couple more that I can show you that I got at Target. Yeah, I just like this one. It's good for foundation. It was made for foundation. It's pretty good. So I just kind of dot that all over my face. While I'm rubbing this in, I'm gonna chat with you about, we have some tinted moisturizers. They come in light and in medium. And they obviously are not as much coverage as the foundation. Foundation is a medium coverage, as you can probably see by now. And there's not a ton of moisture in it. It's an oil-free foundation, which I never realized how much oil was in my foundations and how terrible that felt on my skin. This has no oil in it. And so there's not a ton of moisture. So if you're a drier person, then maybe you would want to start with the tinted moisturizer. That is also got the Senegence in it and the mechanical shield. So that is also really good. That is also oil-free, so it's got good moisturizers, not oil. Okay. So I probably over rub, but any like makeup tutorial that you look at online of professional makeup artists say that you can't over rub. So here's this good coverage, obviously. So there is another product that I know some women really like to use, and that is a translucent powder. I just don't need it, let's be honest. This foundation finish is awesome. I don't think that it needs a powder to kind of dry it out. Whereas the foundations that have oil in them, a lot of times you will feel like, okay, now I gotta dry the foundation out. This doesn't have that. I know being a Bare Minerals girl, they always would say like finish with a powder because you're gonna get a better, more natural looking finish to your face. And I totally agreed with them with their products, but I disagree with this product. I do not think that you need a powder to finish this one off. So that is the foundation. The foundation will come as a set, and you can either get the foundation or you can get the set. The set comes with pearlizer, which I will show you how I use in a second, but that's got a little like pearly sheen to it. I don't know if you can tell. And then it will come with the Foops remover. This is a must, okay? This stuff is awesome. What you do is you shake it up and you spray it on, and then you just kind of rub that in, and then you rinse it off. I said spray. So what they say is just to rub it on. I went and bought a little spray bottle cap for it, but I put the normal cap on so you guys could see what it looked like. But that works really well for me, especially like right before you hop in the shower. Just kind of spray your face down and then go hop in the shower, and all your makeup comes off. It even takes off your lip scents. So this is a must. The pearlizer, take it or leave it, in my opinion. Well, I shouldn't say that. Pearlizer is really good for if you don't want to put on foundation that day. Next, let's do some contouring next. So, we've got our blush senses, which come in these little tubies. I've got the bronzer, and then I've got a couple of different colors of blush, and then I've got white, okay? The white is obviously for highlighting. So, for those of you who have not done any contouring, I don't do it every day for sure, but I figured I'd do it today and show you guys. Your goal is kind of to get under your eyes to pop. And a lot of people are like, I don't want my under eyes popping because they are dark. You can tell mine. I've got some bags. I haven't been sleeping the greatest due to my allergies. And so we're going to cover that up. And So you want your under eyes to pop. A lot of women will do some highlighting here on their forehead and then on their lower chin. I personally, just with my experience with doing contouring on my own face, I don't like to do my lower chin. Just the way my chin is shaped, it doesn't look great. So I don't do my lower chin. So you want to do kind of a triangle here, and then they say kind of like a heart shape on your forehead, and then go down the bridge of your nose for the highlighting. Then you're going to want to do a triangle right here for the bronzer, a triangle right here for the bronzer. Same thing on the other side. Some women will also do the sides of their nose for the bronzer. And then some women will actually come up and do like a little heart shape of the bronzer on their forehead. I just do the triangles like I first talked about. And then I finish with blush right where you're supposed to put blush. So, yeah, so let's do that. Okay, so one thing I will say that I typically do is I will mix my white with some Candlelight Shadow Scent. So I'm going to do that today. And I use the top of my pearlizer lid. And the reason I do that is because I also add some pearlizer to it. So I do a little dot of that. I take my white. Maybe. And I do more than a dot of the white because that's really the color that you want. Come on, there we go. And then a small pump of pearlizer. Okay. This is the type of brush that I use. I don't know, it works really well. That's pretty much all I'm going to say. You could also use a sponge. I've got a sponge that sometimes if things aren't blending very well, I will use the sponge. But they say that soaks up more product than the brush. Of course, you can also just use your fingers. So I mix that all together. And then you just blend and blend and blend and blend and blend and blend and blend, and then you blend some more. Okay, so you guys can see that I still have the bags, but my under eyes are they're lighter, they're looking a little bit better. I'll get a close-up of what it looks like. Obviously it blends pretty well. There's no like brush strokes or anything like that. So that is that. I use the top of my pearlizer lid for a couple of other things, so I'm going to wipe that off. Next I'm going to do bronzer. Excuse my sniffling. Allergies suck. Okay. Here's my other two brushes that I use. They're both technically stippling brushes. These I got at Target. They were about $13 or something like that. I just really like that they're full. Okay, you don't want like, I don't know, like this. See how there's not a lot of, it's a little bit looser of a brush. This is a really good powder brush. This is what you want for liquid foundation. You want it to be full and kind of a coarse brush. So, yeah. Okay. Bronzer. Now bronzer on my like busy days when I'm not doing a ton of contouring, I just dot it on my cheeks and rub it in just like the blush, which I will do with the blush, so I'm not going to do that with the bronzer. The bronzer I mix with some pearlizer. And of course, yesterday I made a big mess of my bronzer, so great day to show you guys. Okay, so a little dot of bronzer and then a little dot of pearlizer. As you guys can tell, you use, as with all Senegence products, you use so little of it. I mean, you're buying a $20 tube of makeup that's gonna last you for, in my opinion, forever, because you're using so little of it. So I mix those together on my brush, and then, like I say, I just kind of make little triangles. Start little while there's a lot on my brush, and then I'm gonna go back and really rub it in. And I am no makeup artist by any means, but everyone that I've ever watched on YouTube has said just blend, 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 blend. So I really think that the bronzer helps my face out so much. As you guys can tell, it A, made my eyes pop more, but B, it kind of downgraded under my cheeks and stuff like that. So next up will be blush. I'm going to use Toasted Rose today. I've also got a couple of other colors. Pouty Pink is the one that I've got with me. You can see they're pretty close to each other. This one is more of an understated pink. This one's a little bit darker. They've got 5 different blush colors. So this, you literally just put a drop on your cheeks. And then take your brush and you just blend it in. And again, a little bit goes so long. I cannot repeat that enough. When you first get these products, you're probably going to want to like really, make a line on your face or something with the blush, but a little goes such a long way. With your blush, it's kind of important to stay away from your eyes because otherwise they won't be bright and popping. And we all know where to put blush, right? Right on your cheekbone. Blend, blend, blend. Okay. So that's pretty much what I do for my face, and the contouring and everything like that. I can definitely get way more over the top, and just use more of the color and get a, more dramatic look, but I don't. Huh. So, next I'm going to show you is the Shadow Sense. Oh, I'm like, where is it? Right here next to me. I think last time I did a Shadow Sense video, I used my Mocha Java and I did some Garnet. I can't remember. But today I'm going to do a little bit more of an understated look. Excuse my sniffle. So, we're going to use Sandstone Pearl Shimmer all over, and then we're just going to use Mocha Java Shimmer in the corners. This gives kind of a natural look, if you will, and less of a, like, hey, I put makeup on today type of thing. But I love the Sandstone Shimmer Pearl Shimmer. Oh, Sandstone Shimmer is what it's called. Love this color. So, rub that one all over. I guess I should talk more about these products. Everything I've put on so far is waterproof. Which I can't even tell you guys, like, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I went with my nieces. We met in Salt Lake City a little while back. And they, of course, wanted me to ride the water slide with them. And I, of course, had already put my makeup on. Guess what? It looked great when I got out of the pool. It's awesome. My dogs lick my face. I'm not worried about my makeup. It's just life proof, really. Let's be honest. So I've kind of already done a tutorial on this, but I'll just go over again. This shadow sense a little goes a long way. I don't know if you caught me wiping all of the stuff off of the brush. But when I do this kind of combo, I don't really do a whole lot other than I just fill my eye with the first color, and then with the second one I just use the wand, and as long as you get it all kind of wiped off, you won't get too much, and you won't have to go back and do a whole bunch of blending or anything like that. And unlike powder, that's what I used to use. You know, I'm using these super shimmery colors. They're really pretty. And I used to use shimmery powders, and they would end up all over my face. I don't know if you guys have ever done that before. But notice that it's on. I'm not going to move it. And it's not all over my face. Oh, it looks like I'm getting a zit there. Interesting. Good to know. Okay. So, I'm just kind of doing a daily look. So I'm not a big eyeliner fan. I'm not going to eyeline. But if I were going to, I would use my Shadow Sense and put it on an angled brush like I've shown you guys before. So next up, I'm going to do my brows. A lot of women use Shadow Sense for their brows. Unfortunately, there's not really a color light enough for me to use my brows with Shadow Sense. So they also have what's called Brow Sense. If you guys have seen the Wonder Brow, I think that's what it's called, on Facebook, they have the ads for it. Wow, is this stuff, I don't know, I've never used that stuff, but this looks very similar to it. It's waterproof, it's liquid, and then it dries, and it's pretty much bulletproof after that. Like, I have a hard time getting it off at the end of the day. Hence the foops. If you guys are going to get any of these products, you need the foops, okay? You're going to have a hard time getting them off without the special stuff. So, all right. I use an angled brush. Oh, so I should say, so if you, let me just uncap this. This is the applicator it comes with. And they say to make like little hair-like strokes with that, and then use the brush to kind of clean it up. I like a little bit more, if you will, and a little bit more professional look. So I forgot to shake. This stuff needs to be shook, I guess it would be, with just like the Lip Sense does. And so then I just put it on my angled brush. And so then I come in, let's see if I can do this on the camera, that'll be impressive. And I follow the bottom line of my eyebrows, and then I follow the top line of my eyebrow. And the same thing coming down this way. And then I kind of just rub it all in. And don't worry about messing all the hairs up, because you're going to go back with that little brush and kind of clean it up. So a lot of, like, I don't know if you guys are, you know, accustomed to doing your brows. A lot of things will be like a powder, and then you have to put like this kind of clear mascara on your eyebrows to get them to stay. But this is an all-in-one product, so that I'm just going to kind of clean up the hairs, because then they're going to dry like that, right? So in that mirror, it looks a lot better. I'm getting like quite a bit of glare. But as you guys can see, there is a big difference. I know what the problem is. I didn't have quite enough on my tail here. Get a little bit more in there. There. That looks a whole lot better. Okay, let's clean that up again. So I'm still getting kind of a glare. You guys are having probably a hard time telling. And my brows are so light that it's like, you know, do you really notice the difference? But maybe if I step, can you tell the difference? I don't know. Anyways, I can tell a difference. Huh, that's really all that's important. Okay, so we'll do the other side. I have some doggies in here. They are obviously getting bored and they're like, what are you doing, Mom? Okay, so angled brush. Like I say, this eyebrow is going to be easier because it's a little bit fuller naturally. And I just follow the bottom and then the top. And then some for my tail. Just a little bit more for that tail. If you guys are not filling in your eyebrows, you need to start. It makes such a big difference in your face. Can't even tell you enough. Okay, so that looks pretty good. As you can tell, I have eyebrows now. It does so much for your face, like I just said. Okay. Close up. So super natural too. Like it doesn't look like I, penciled in my eyebrows. It doesn't, there's not like a line. Ooh, she totally penciled in her eyebrows, which I don't really think that's a bad look, but it doesn't look that way. So, which is good. Just looks colored in. So next is our lash scents. I have lash scents with under scents. So this side is going to be moisturizing, conditioning, and helping your lashes grow longer over time, which mine definitely have. I used to get eyelash extensions, and I will tell you that my eyelashes were pretty ruined when I got those taken off. So this has really helped my eyelashes come back to their normal, natural state. So yeah, it also just helps the mascara be a little bit longer. And yes, I probably should curl my eyelashes, but I tend not to. This mascara, it's waterproof, obviously. It is also pretty bulletproof, and but not terribly hard to get off. Definitely had waterproof mascara before that felt a little bit more clumpy, was a little bit more difficult to get off. This stuff just feels good, and pretty good for sensitive skin. I have pretty sensitive eyes. Thanks, Mom. This doesn't, I don't have any reactions to it or anything like that. So that's good. Okay, last things last. We're gonna do lip scents. Guys, my lip scents collection has gotten a little out of hand. I suppose that's why I joined the team, so that I could get this at 50% off. So, I'm going to use Sassy Z. It's my new favorite. It is a fantastic daily pink, okay? I kind of showed you guys the other day. It's a little bit between Aussie Rose and Dark Pink, which were probably my two favorites before I got this color. One thing I do have to stress is it's a limited edition color. I have 7. And when those are gone, they're gone. Okay, so if you guys are even thinking about this color, you need to be hopping on the phone or on Facebook or on email and let me know that you want it. All right. We all know this, so I'm not going to do a ton of walking through it. Oops, I went back over it. Big no-no. And I did it again. Looks pretty good. I gotta go get my glossy. This just always sits next to my bed. We are pretty dry. Pretty, pretty. Last thing, glossy. And I am done.